Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me here on a new segment that I decided to do today. This actually was brought up by a friend of mine, good old Johnny Metal over at My Music Corner, John Clauser. He tried to do a few of these albums where he took the whole album and basically went through and rated the tracks on the album from worst all the way up to the best. So we're calling it From the Bottom Up. And the first band we're going to do is none other than Def Leppard. And the album, of course, is Hysteria. And Hysteria was produced by Robert John Mutt Lang, reached number one. It's a diamond album, reaching platinum 12 times at this point. Seven singles, which one of them topped the charts. Three of them were top five, and Hysteria made it four songs in the top 10. So we got a lot of hit singles on here. So it made it a little bit harder to rank. But it worked out good here for me, at least the way my take is on it. And it might surprise some where I have some of these songs, but it's just some songs are just much better, and maybe they were a little underrated, maybe they weren't a single. A lot of factors play in, but pound for pound, I matched song to song. And so we're going to start off with there's 12 tracks on the album. And this the bottom track, the one that we feel is the worst track on the album or our least favorite, but in this case, it's worst. Excitable. Definitely not a fan of that song. Definitely the least catchy song on the album, and very bland for Def Leppard. Too pop, too much going on in the song. So that is our number 12. Our number 11 is going to be Don't Shoot Shotgun. And I don't know, something about this song, it just didn't really ever catch me for whatever reason. Um, I don't think it's a bad song per se, like Excitable. Definitely, there's a gap, pretty much a big gap between how I feel about Excitable and Don't Shoot Shotgun. But it's just that the other songs on the album I just like much more than Don't Shoot Shotgun. So that's our number 11. Now, number 10 is probably where I'm going to take a lot of misery from people probably, but I got Pour Some Sugar on Me at number 10. Yeah, I know. It reached number two on the charts, and you can hear it anywhere. Our radio station here, it seems like it's the only Def Leppard song they know, unfortunately. But to me, it's just been overplayed to death, you know. And the band themselves should be ashamed. They should actually, give it a break in concert once in a while. I don't see how they can just keep up there and play it time after time, but that's just my take on it. So Pour Some Sugar on Me is my number 10 on the album. So each song going forward should get better. And number nine, we've got the number three hit, Armageddon It. Another song that I was kind of surprised it got as high as it did on the charts. Um, it's okay. It's an okay song, but Def Leppard's got a lot better songs that never made even the top 40 than Armageddon. If you ranked it out of all the Def Leppard songs out of their whole catalog, I don't think Armageddon would make my top 40 Def Leppard songs. That's how I feel about a lot of these other Def Leppard songs. So that's number nine. Number eight, we are going with Rocket. Yeah, I know. Don't yell at me, please. Rocket is another one of those songs that seems to be just played to death. Um, It's a good song. Don't get me wrong. But if you listen to all the other songs and the reasons why I'm going to give you here, why Rocket's number eight, you'll understand why. All right, so number seven is what I would call the first kind of deep cut that stands out for me, and that is none other than Love and Affection, kind of like a ballady type song. Definitely a great song. It's one of those ones that kind of gets overlooked on this album. And I was kind of surprised it was never released as a single. I mean, I know there's seven singles on here, but I would have picked this one over some of these other ones, and I think it would have done pretty good on the charts. That's my just take on it. So number seven, Love and Affection. Number six, we are gonna Run Riot. What a great song. This song really picks up the album in fine style there. Um, Run Riot, definitely an underrated classic. Would love to see this one live. Um, but definitely a highlight on the album in my estimation. So we have that one at number six, meaning we're down to our top five on the album. And number five is going to be a song that reached number 10, the title track, Hysteria. Always love this song. This is one of those songs I never get sick of, believe it or not. I love the feel of the song and the guitar, and it's very atmospheric. Really, really enjoy this song. And that's why I got Hysteria at number five. Number four is a very popular song in the catalog because it's the only number one hit the band has ever hit the charts on at number one, and that's none other than Love Bites. I actually thought this song was going to be even lower, so I was kind of surprised that it landed at number four. Um, you know, but I think that's another song too that you know, maybe alternate some of these songs in and out of the set list year after year instead of playing them the same old basic set. It seems like Def Leppard when they go out on tour, they only mix in one or two different songs, and if they got a new album out, those are going to be the ones that are in there. And there's so many great songs in this catalog that they just rarely ever get to, sadly. But, these guys are still putting it on live, great live performances. And, Love Bites, I got it number four. And we're going to get down to the top three. Number three song reached number 19. And that's none other than And I Want, and I Need, and I Love Animal. Yeah, always loved this song from the first time I heard it. Um, haven't grown stale of it. Just a great song. It's usually early in the set in concert, which is perfect for it. Yeah, so that's the one I got at number three. None other than Animal. Just never get sick of it. Number two. This is probably the biggest surprise on here. Even to me, it was kind of a surprise. But when listening back on this album, when I played it to give it a good ranking here, it wasn't no surprise. It's just a great song. Number two, Gods of War. I love all the special effects. I love the guitar. Everything on this song is awesome. Definitely, probably the most underrated track the band has ever recorded because look how high it is on this chart here. Simply love the song. Number two, Gods of War. And number one on Hysteria, my favorite track, hands down, the second single, which only peaked at number 80 in the US. Definitely has, been played in many set lists over the years. Definitely a lot of airplay on the radio. And of course, we are talking about none other than Woman. Just a great song. Always loved the beginning. Just love the chorus. The whole song just to me it's when I first heard this is the first song I heard on this album when I first heard anything off Hysteria, and I tell you this song stood out right away as soon as I went out and bought it, and that was the reason why, because I heard this song, and just great song, no doubt. And all these years later it's still my number one. So Women number one, and there you have the complete ranking of Hysteria. For me, I'll read it back one more time. We got number 12, Excitable. Number 11, Don't Shoot Shotgun. Number 10, Pour Some Sugar on Me. Number 9, Armageddon It. Number 8, Rocket. Number 7, Love and Affection. Number 6, Run Riot. Number 5, Hysteria. Number 4, Love Bites. Number 3, Animal. Number 2, Gods of War. And number one, Women. So there you have our first installment here of From the Bottom Up, ranking all the going to do a lot of these big albums because obviously some albums have filler, but we're going to try to pick the ones that there's not much filler on. Going to start with some of these diamond albums because these are the ones people bought, these are the ones people have, and they know them. So we're going to start off by doing a bunch of these. Look for many down the road. We're going to start off and see how this one does. We definitely appreciate you watching this video. Please subscribe, leave some comments. I know I'm going to get lambasted for my placement on some of these songs, but that's just my opinion. Obviously list your choices. We're not here to bash. We're only here to, just talk music, really. It's all what it's all about. Maybe I've turned you on to a couple of these songs that maybe you haven't heard and haven't played in a long time. Give them a listen, see what you think, all these years later, whatever the case may be. All right, signing off. See ya.